Given that the other day was Halloween, it's only appropriate that today's video is about a clown. Instead of giving out treats, he was firing shots. The best way to describe these shots is by imagining Ben Askren trying to punch Floyd Mayweather. Just like his music career, his attempted shots at me were trash.
Now, there was a guy on No Jumper, and he had did an interview with Adam 22, and he kind of was taking shots at you. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah, I seen it. You talking about the White Boy Spencer?
White Boy Spencer needs to be my new Instagram handle. Everything in this video is just for fun. Kevo is unfortunately about to find out that these are my favorite videos to make.
Kind of calling you a fake, what did he say?
He said he's a fake guru.
Kevo's vocabulary in his 8-bit processor is about 20 words, so you have to give him a minute to find the word guru. To give you all context of what they're referring to, here's the clip. There was stuff he was talking about owning a car dealership, and it's like, you could rent a Lambo for $1,500 a day and 30 days a month, that's 45 grand, and 3 months later you can have the car paid for. And it's like, is this the only business that has nothing going wrong? Do you not have a loan on it? Do people not wreck Lambos? Because you look in the news, everyone wrecks right? If you're renting Lambos, that's just part of the business. Right. And I felt like he kind of falls in line with these fake gurus where everything's easier and everything is, I'm going to give you the best case scenario without showing the headaches, right?
Fake gurus, calling out fake gurus, Bandman Kevo and Fresh and Fit.
Yeah.
It's like every day it's a new person coming out.
Yeah, so
trying to
I feel like
assassinate your character.
Unfortunately, this guy Say Cheese has the critical thinking ability of a Pop-Tart and isn't able to accurately assess what I do. Instead of responding to criticism with facts or proving me wrong, let's just label it assassinating someone's character. A background check on Kevo assassinates his character, not White Boy Spencer.
I feel like this, with success, you always gonna have somebody that's just gonna talk negative about you, you know what I mean? So
what's ironic is that you could argue people learn more actual life skills surrounding money consuming my content versus watching his, so maybe he's referring to the discrepancy of the value of content of his compared to mine, which would be negative.
The bigger you get, the more people that you're going to have. And then the people that's talking about you are people who don't have anything.
Hey, Kevo, let's assess what you have that I don't have. You have more money than me. Sure, I'll concede that, but I have more respect, more honor. I don't have a criminal past from scamming. I don't associate with fake gurus, and I'm not afraid of some valid criticism. Take money out of the equation, and I'd argue that you don't have anything. Well, you do have a purse, so you'll always have access to Vegas Dave's house.
You get what I'm saying? So they get paid from YouTube for talking negative.
I get paid from Google for my ability to entertain. I'm not negative, Kevo. Come on, man. I can show you I can make positive content too. I decided to ghostwrite an extra verse for your new song, So Much Smoke. Because I'm not hurting for money, I did it free of charge. Here you go. This cloudy jewelry matched the smoke in the air. I pay lawyers to silence any criticism because use of my copyright isn't fair. If rap was my career, I'd need a second job, but it won't be with a lender because I got caught promoting mortgage fraud. Come on, Kevo, that wasn't negative. I thought we were just having a little fun. Here's the second verse to So Much Smoke. Flash over substance spewing nonsense on a yacht. Put millions behind my name, only 100 listens when the album dropped. White Boy Spencer, another hater to hurdle. Give me a few months to fix that posture. Standing up straight makes me look like a turtle.
This is the same person that talks about the guy that did Rich Dad, Poor Dad.
Robert Kiyosaki? Yes, because he promoted the scammiest business model in the world, the constant upsell real estate seminar business that leads people to major credit card debt and hinders their ability to buy real estate and improve their lives. Yeah, that guy.
This is the same person that talks about Grant Cardone. This is the same person that talks about all the billionaires.
I actually don't talk about any billionaires because not a single billionaire sells fake guru courses and promotes their get-rich-quick system on social media.
And this is the same person that wanted to do real estate.
I am a real estate investor, Kevo.
So this how dumb people is.
Please teach me how dumb people is, Kevo.
How do you say that you do real estate and you do this and this, this and this, but you're talking about the real estate moguls that's billionaires?
I guess I'm dumb now because I expose business practices and marketing strategies that are meant to mislead consumers. No one is above criticism.
If it was me and if I was him, I would do videos on, you know, how good they are doing for the community. And this, I would try to network with these people versus trying to talk down just to get views, just to make a few $1,000s a month.
Kevo and I view the world very differently, which is why we probably don't see eye to eye in this fake guru world. I have no interest in hanging out with people like Robert Kiyosaki or Grant Cardone because they have some arbitrary metric of success in one area of life. Friends like Graham Stephan and Ryan Pineda are way more successful than Robert or Grant in my eyes, and people that I can learn significantly more from than fake gurus, and I'm doing better than Kevo on YouTube, so maybe he should make a video about why I've been blowing up lately.
I mean, I seen the video or whatever. I didn't really too much pay attention to it or whatever, but
But I don't have a good comeback against his claims because everything he said was accurate. If you look through the comments on this Say Cheese video, everyone is coming to my defense and saying I'm right. Kevo, you can't even win over your own audience, you clown.
I was just thinking to myself, like most, especially guys like dude Spencer, he don't even have a nice house.
I can't afford an Instagram lifestyle, but that doesn't make sense to me right now. The reason why I'm a better educator than Kevo is because I'm in the trenches actually building businesses and sharing the wins and losses as opposed to seducing you with jewelry, unsubstantiated claims, and vague promotion of success. Kevo, I actually do live in a nice house now. You can see a house tour in this video where I actually educate the viewers. If you give me another 12 months, I will have another 2 or 3 of these beauties and have a nice portfolio built up. And believe it or not, the YouTube success doesn't happen without that original house hack.
How you say you do real estate and you stay in a piece of shit house? Like, come on, bro. Like,
I'm actually totally cool with him saying this. That house had a very ugly exterior for a long time, and it's been a nightmare on my wallet. I spent about 12 grand just last week on upgrading some things, and this is after about $130,000 in renovations, but that house has given me so many intangible benefits that I'll address now. I'm very fortunate. I don't shy away from having a privileged upbringing. I make good money personally as well. I could spend money to look good on social media, but I don't need the validation. Ironically enough, most people in the 1% are hard to spot because they don't want the attention from material items. They already have your respect from what they built and what they contribute to their communities. That house has also taught me a lot about people. Just recently, I had a tenant light something on fire in my house. The poor dude struggles with mental health issues. He moved in a year and a half ago. He was working at a restaurant next door and was living out of his car. Long story short, the health event led to him losing his job right at the same time his car broke down. He had no money and was stuck. I couldn't evict because of the moratorium and because I didn't want to kick him to the curb and leave him homeless. I had just used all of my cash to pay for renovations and was tight on money, but I made the choice to fix up his car on my credit cards so he could have another chance. Between a couple months rent and what it cost to get his car back to working, he owed me around $5,600. That was certainly more than we both expected, and long story short, he was able to eventually pay me back recently, but I bring that story up because I value people over money. I could have kicked him to the curb long before he owed me a lot of money, but that's just not who I am. I wouldn't have been able to sleep knowing I made someone homeless over some money. After the renovations, the house is decent now. It's certainly not trash, but it has given a lot of people an opportunity for affordable living and a roof over their head when they didn't have anything and when other landlords wouldn't have approved them. I say all that because Kevo and I are different. He values money over everything else, which is why he scammed in the past and why he looks up to false prophets because they give off the perception that they have money. His entire brand is showing you how much jewelry he can afford. Kevo will always have more money than me. I'll concede that, but it's a guarantee that I'll have exponentially more people show up to my funeral, and I value that much more than money.
You feel me? I was just looking at, like, I pay attention to every little thing, and it's just like, these people be on here just trying to make money from YouTube videos, trying to talk shit.
I'm offended that you think I'm just talking smack, Kevo. I think my videos are pretty entertaining, and I'm starting to network with some of the most legit influencers, so maybe what I'm doing is working.
And the funny part is he had used one of my videos, right? And he put a lot of content, a lot of my content in the video. Like a lot of it.
In the original video, I questioned if Bandman Kevo actually had all these businesses he claims to run. I said it would be great for his audience if Kevo was more transparent because they don't learn from your vague videos. The funny thing is I ended the video on a positive note, recognizing that he probably wasn't given the same privilege that I had growing up, which may have led to the scamming, and he's turned his past into a credit repair business that seems like it's helping people. And if that's the case, that's awesome.
And I hit his ass with a copyright strike. I'm like, okay, cool.
Now that it's been a while since this happened, I'll actually concede this point to Kevo. I did use a lot of his content from my video. It was a punk move to send the copyright strike though, especially for a video that didn't make any claims about Kevo other than simply asking him for proof of all these successful businesses he allegedly claims to run.
So you got to understand, this is how he make his money because he doesn't know anything else but to be negative towards successful people. So
success is such a subjectively loaded term. The people who I criticize are not successful in my eyes. I could go rob a bank tomorrow, have $10 million in cash, but that wouldn't make me successful. I might earn a cool nickname like White Boy Spencer in jail though. And think about this, are you successful if you can't handle any criticism? Kevo's entire life is on social media. That's how he makes his money. And anyone who even thinks of questioning if any of his mirage is real is labeled a hater that he immediately tries to shut down. He's like a modern day bubble boy who can't handle the germs from White Boy Spencer.
To get those
it
views.
hurted him so bad. He was like, bro, can you please take the copyright off, bro? And
since Clown Man probably didn't think I'd keep receipts, here's the email I sent his legal team. Pause the video if you want to read it. As you'd expect from White Boy Spencer, it's an email full of reason and logic for why the copyright strike was false and fell under fair use. It certainly doesn't contain wording similar to the clown face he was just making. He hires a company called LeakServe to monitor the internet for anyone talking about him. To those of you who follow him, this is the behavior of your masculine, successful leader.
because he makes his money like that. That's hating. You get what I'm saying? I make different types of avenues of money. This is all he knows.
What's incredibly ironic about Bandman Kevo is how unaware he is about how he makes his money. Bandman Kevo makes his money from the attention he receives on social media. Without social media, there is no Bandman Kevo. So for him to clown me about getting upset about a copyright strike is hilarious. Ask him how he would have made money if he would have had his social media taken down right after getting out of prison. We both rely on views and attention for our income, which we both then funnel into investments outside of YouTube. He claims I don't have anything, but I do seem to have the ability to spot BS and call out hypocrisy.
So it really affected him by that. You know what I mean? So now
did you take it down?
No, hell no. I still got a copyright. I'm like, him. You feel me? He shouldn't have been hating anyways.
Kevo doesn't like criticism because it's too easy for him to hide in his turtle shell and avoid having to answer the flaws in his knowledge. Here's Adam22's take on the situation.
I have a feeling he silences all criticism. I don't even know if he watched the video, but I do know maybe the legal team he pays or something, they copyright strike the video, which to me, I very much dislike. Number one, I hate people who can't handle criticism.
I hate people who, no offense to Bandman Kevo, but I hate people who abuse the copyright or the fair use. Like that as a creator, dude, you should just never cross that line.
I'm very thankful for Kevo doing this because it gave me the energy to make a video that's now at 234,000 views about him giving nonsensical advice about buying real estate. And now this beef is going to have me coming out on top. This is exactly what the Streisand effect is.
But it ain't too much money in that game. That game doesn't lead you anywhere because you can't sell anything because you can't double back and be like,
it's only about money with Kevo. YouTube not only pays well, but it also provides opportunities to network that other careers don't offer. Don't worry, Kevo, I'll make enough money in my life to be able to afford your custom-made jewelry when it hits the auction.
Oh, well, yeah, I know I was hating on Bandman and Grant Cardone and the rest of these guys, but I'm trying to sell this now. It's going to look stupid as hell. It's going to look backwards and you can't do anything.
My channel isn't about selling. It's about bringing awareness of all the scams, schemes, and fake gurus that exist on social media. If I wanted to sell something, I would sell a mixtape using your beats that would outsell you.
That's what's stopping him. That's why he's probably, if you want to know why he's not successful, it's because he's hating.
This was my favorite part of Kevo's response, as if money is the only way someone could be successful. And for the record, I'm already in the top 1% of earners if you go by age. Next year, I'm pacing to be a top 1% earner, regardless of age, so there goes his argument. What exactly are your qualifications for success, Kevo? You're certainly a better mom than I am. Maybe that's what you mean by success. How about this, Kevo? If I can catch you in monthly income in the next 2 years, you have to stop polluting YouTube with your music. Deal?
I just did an interview with Fresh and Fit, though. I was hollering at him about it. We was both laughing at him because, like I said,
What a trio of success those three losers are. Getting validation about your ideas from Fresh and Fit is like getting fashion approval from Mark Zuckerberg. The only thing this trio of clowns can laugh about is how they're able to finesse their audiences into thinking they're legit gurus.
Everybody that's coming up, he tries to bring down everybody that's coming up. He even did some on me. He just talks about everybody, you know what I mean? Just hate it.
The third and final verse for Bandman's new song from the hater himself, who is now a ghostwriter. Me and Fresher bros tell them haters take a seat. When we get around women, it's our meat we like to beat. Finesse and pay as well, so you better count our racks. Look at the cash in my purse, boy, you know we avoid that tax. Come on, Kevo, this was all just fun and games. I'm not a hater. If you don't want criticism, go back in your turtle shell. Thanks for watching.